Okay, if your hand hemming looks like this, big stitches, pulling, puckering, this is why it still looks homemade. This is why your hem looks like this. Very uneven, very wavy, and this can definitely unravel depending on what fabric you're using. This is cotton. Today I'm going to show you how to hem by hand so cleanly that you barely see the stitches even up close. No machine, just needle and thread. Most beginner hems look like this for 3 reasons. 1, the stitches are too big. 2, the thread is pulled too tight. And 3, the fold isn't even. But see, once you fix those 3 things, your hemming instantly looks intentional. It's always a good idea to make the first step to iron the fabric and to make sure that it's smooth and not wrinkled so you're not making any mistakes once you start hemming. Let's prep this properly. I'm folding my hem up about 1/2 of an inch. And then I'm going to fold it back again one more time to enclose the raw edge. And here's the part people skip: pressing. Ironing is the difference between handmade and homemade. Because when you press first, your stitches behave. So here's the second fold over to prevent the fabric from fraying. I'm just going to hand press this and then press it again with the iron just to keep it perfectly professional. Keep in mind, if you are stitching a thick fabric seam, you only have to fold it once and then fold it over again. But make sure that your first fold is a lot narrower than the second fold. You can stitch, like do a running stitch in the first fold and then fold it over and then do your seam. So you can either use pins to hold your fabric together. That's one method. Another method is to take your needle and thread just with one ply. You create a knot, and you could just do running stitches. Just random running stitches. This is just going to be temporary, just to hold it down like this. And you don't even have to knot it at the end. You're just going to leave a long tail at the end. Okay. Or you could also use, you can do clips. Which is easier for you? Clips, running stitch, or pins? It's all up to you. Personally, I would use either the running stitch, so it's easy for me to hold it without anything getting in the way. But it's really up to you. Whatever you feel is easier. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to thread a needle. And just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use blue thread so you can see exactly what I'm doing. My suggestion is to cut it so that you have a clean cut. And I just eat the thread. So I'm just going to pucker up and wet it a little bit. And then I would stick it in there. See how easy that is? Or if you have a needle threader, that's even better because you don't have to eat your thread. And see how it stays up because it's kind of wet. So now that you've threaded your needle, then you would take both ends together like this, okay? And you're gonna lick your finger. There's so much licking going on here. Just to wet it so that you've got traction there. And then you're gonna take this, roll it once, hold it, look, and then roll it in your finger and then pull it. And you will have a nice knot right there, see? And if that bothers you with a tail, I would just go ahead and cut the tail off. So you have a nice clean knot. I haven't seen this stitch before or named when I do my research. This was taught to me by my mother, who was a seamstress for so many years, how to do it. So first you're going to go in and just take just a little bit so you don't see it on the other side. See how small that is? And you just pull the thread over all the way. And then you kind of turn it like this. Once you get professional, it'll be easy to just turn it like this. Okay? So you have a loop there. And then you're going to try to make your stitches the same size. And for me, the perfect size is like an inch. And then you're going to take another like this. And you're going to pull through, hold this. Sometimes your thread will, if you have cheap thread, it will like bunch up and then it'll knot up right in the middle. So you have to, I'm going to teach you how to do that too. If you're not comfortable with the way I did that, like the loop like this, you could always take this and hold it with the other finger. Hold it like this with your thumb. Make sure you're not going too tight, like pulling it too tight like this. Just enough tension to hold it. And then you take another one and then you're just guesstimating the inch right here. Okay. And pull it like this. And again, an inch. So sometimes it'll do this. It'll pucker up like this. All you have to do is like pull on one thread, and I kind of lucked out that sometimes you'll pull the other one, it'll pucker up, and then all you have to do is just pull it out like this. So you have really, really clean hem stitches there. And look, even with the blue this close, you can't really see the thread. Now I'm going to use the white thread so you can't see it. Or you can also get thread that's the same color as this, as long as it's lighter and not darker, because darker you will be able to see. But even with the blue this far, you can't really see the stitches from the outside of the garment. Then to finish, you will double it up, take that stitch again, and then you're going to pull it through until you have this loop, right? And then you're just going to close it up. And there you are. And then you take it and then you snip it. Snip too far. And that's it. And now you have hem stitch. It doesn't have to be perfect. The size doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's sort of uniform. You don't want to take a ruler and like measure everyone. Just, make like kind of use your finger, because this is an inch. Just kind of use your finger to see, if it's even. But now I'm going to do white thread so you can see what it looks like. This is my white thread. And you don't have to sew through. See, that's what I mean when you have cheap thread. If you get that, you just want to hold on to the needle, the tip of the needle. Where you at? And then the tip of your knot, and just pull away. And there you go. Because I have this cheap thread, it doesn't want to behave. So make sure that if you can afford it, get the best kind of thread that you can, or just do what I did. Again, you're gonna take a little bit, just that much. Doesn't have to be a lot. Now, if you're doing this for jeans are the most common thing that people like to hem, because sometimes the jeans are too long, or you want to cut it to make them shorts, and then you want to hem. Those are the most common material that you're going to use. So you're going to really need, this is a very thin needle, so you're going to get a thicker needle for the jeans, so you can easily sew through it. Okay, so there's another method. You could also go this way without doing this. You can also do this way. And then once you get to the end there, you can put your needle through and pull it. So see how that's still up like this? I can take one of the, see, I didn't lock out that time. There. Because you don't want anything lifted like that one. You can also go half an inch. If that's what you feel like doing, half an inch is okay. As long as you don't go more than an inch. Because if you go more than an inch, I'll show you. Let's see, this is 2 inches. Okay. Then you have too much of a gap. You don't want that. See? Can you see? Can you see the stitches? Oh, you cannot. See? You cannot see the stitches on the other side. You can see the blue because it's blue, but you cannot see any of the stitches. So you can do this for emergencies. When you're out and your edges or your hem unravels, you can just take a sewing kit with you with all the, not all the colors, but like a white or dark color or brown color, red, something like that, so that you can easily fix your clothes. And this is a skill that you can have, that you can use all of the time. You can even rescue somebody's clothing when their hem gets unraveled. So here we're closing it again. See how that cheap thread like puckered up again? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in there with my needle and pull. Hold on to this and pull. Oh, this is really cheap thread. Really cheap thread. I'm glad I used this so I could show you. And there you go. And look how beautiful and clean that is. If you use this running stitch, all you have to do is pull where that knot is, cut it, and then pull this off. And there you have it. Isn't that beautiful? See? You can't do that. If you do that, it's very easy. You just pull it apart like this. There you have it. Perfect. 100%. You cannot see. If you're far away, you cannot see it. If you've ever avoided hemming because you don't have a machine, you don't need one. You just need patience and small stitches. So if this was helpful, comment hand sew so I know to make more no machine tutorials. And grab a piece of cotton and try it with me.